Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here. We're back once again for another Let's Play of Echoes of Wisdom. It did miss out during the last one. Well, we just went and finished off with the Gruul Sanctum, battled out with that crazy type of boss known as the Smog guy, and picked up with another said type of heart container, and now we're going to be off to our next said other rift area, which it seems like our main objective is going to tell us that we need to head all the way over to a place known as the Jabul Waters. Now, before we actually go and start heading off with there, we're going to be taking a little bit of some detours for what we're going to be doing out here for today, and that of course is going to be heading on over here to the Gerudo Town area and seeing that there is going to be those quicksand sandals that I want to talk to you guys about. Now mind you, we didn't really go out of our way to pick that up during the time before reaching all the way over into where the Gerudo Sanctum was going to be, but that is a pretty nice good advantage to go and have if you are in a need of not having to go and deal with the type of quicksand. But to be honest with you, I don't think you really ever do need those quick sandals, since we already went and did it without even having it with us. So even though that it was a little bit of a tricky situation that we were kind of dealing with, we still went out of our way to go and still battle out with that said Smog guy and get that other next heart container that we do need. Now throughout our travels here, it seems like there is this person that's actually going to be talking about with the said type of Great Fairy. Now we have never really got to see a Great Fairy yet, but at least we do now know that within our travels here that there is a said Great Fairy to be explored, and hopefully we will be able to go and figure out where she's going to be at some point. So anyways, let's just go and keep on moving ahead. And it seems like we're heading into another said destination around over here, and we're going to be finding that there is going to be within this type of said rock here is that there's going to be more of these said type of special crystals that we could go and head all the way back to where Luberry is. And not only that, but these type of crystals do like to go and restore all of our type of gauge once again. So we got ourselves with a new type of warping point here, and it's going to be leading us all the way over to the Eastern Temple, which this is somewhat of a interesting area, because I believe the Eastern type of temple area was something back in the Link to the Past days, right? So it's pretty cool that we get to go and head off into this type of temple for the time being and seeing what type of things are going to be explored around within here. So first of all, there is an echoification that if you do want to go and pick up with this type of sword moblin instead of actually having the spear moblin, pretty nice to go and use around within there. But we got this guy, and he's actually blocking the actual said temple here of the Eastern Temple, and we're gonna have to head on inside. And mind you, what's going to happen here is that this guy's been hearing some crazy loud monster sounds that are happening from in there, and we are going to have to face off with the said type of mini boss that's going to be happening in the area. And not to worry, this guy's not all that too entirely challenging, but you want to make sure they at least have some sort of enemy before you actually go and head on into here for an echoification, and that is going to be with such as like with the Poe or a set type of Wiz Robe, because if you do want to try and at least get some nice good fire type of moves around within the area because of the boss that we're going to have to deal with, you may possibly want to go for him. Now, the puzzle that's going to happen here in this Eastern Temple is going to be dealing with some of these spark type of enemies here. And since we actually do have a set type of spark enemy, we can actually do this temple, I want to say, fairly easy now compared to how you can normally go and do it. So if you don't actually want to pick up the echoification, you can actually just guide these guys around and actually use them to head all the way up into one of those type of squares there. But what we're going to do is actually move one of these guys over to the side here, and we're going to let them actually kind of ride up the ramp there, and we actually got one of them. And just go and use the other said echoification of your said spark guy as well, and just like that, you can just go and make that super easy. So now there's two different doors that are opened up. One door I don't believe we can actually go and do at the moment, because I don't know exactly how that is going to get done. I know that there's like some sort of like gated type of wall that's around there that we can't really go and do at the moment. But over here, though, we can go and find ourselves that there's going to be a treasure chest that we can go and pick up with more of these type of rock salts here. And then heading down within the ladder, you can actually go and do some underground type of exploring around within here. Now, be careful of the sparks, but what we're going to do is actually kind of put some rocks around over here just so that we can at least kind of walk ourselves across without having to get ourselves injured. And just watch out for the Carmadillo that's down below. But we already went and picked up with that guy from before, so there's nothing really too much interesting going on here. But if you do want to go and head down into the underwater part of this, there is going to be a set type of treasure chest to get explored around. And I believe this is just for, I think, for a rupee. I don't think there's anything else that's too special. But yeah, we got some more rupees there for a 50 rupe. And yeah, just be careful of the spark guys, because they will be liking to shock you around within this area. But however, we are going to head down into the said ladder and reach off into where the said mini boss is. And just like how we always seen what a mini boss dungeon happens within here, there's always that purple type of tiling, so you know that there's going to be a said boss just waiting for us in the distance. So this guy is known by the name of Smog, and now instead about what this type of boss is all about, he's actually not going to give us a heart container, but more so of a heart piece. Now make sure that you have your Poe with you, and you can actually set up for some fire damage around. I know that for me personally is that I don't have the hero fighter, since I went and used up most of my gauge as it is throughout this particular part. Even though that you technically don't really need to use the hero fighter limit all that too much, and unfortunately for me, I had to go and do something like that, because I didn't really know what this puzzle was all about within our time. So I was learning something new within here. So what's going to happen is that we are going to have to place both of these two clouds together, and within, well, I should say 3 of these clouds in particular. And once you go and actually fit all 3 of those clouds together, Smog should be able to just go back to his normal size, but then he's going to split into a said type of 5 of these type of mini clouds. So once you go and actually put them all back together, just rinse and repeat just like from before. Use your Poe as you can, or use a whiz robe to at least go and demolish out with this guy with the fire damage, just so that you don't have to have too much of an issue there. But once Smog goes and blows himself up, he actually does have a heart piece for us and some extra rupees. And there's our exit warp point out of here. So, hooray! Yeah, because normally before, Try would normally kind of let us out of a dungeon, but that's not what's going to happen, because we're just going to go just take this warping point and head on out of our way out ourselves. So, pretty nice. So with that being said in mind, we're going to end off with this type of short video out here for today. In the next one, we should be actually heading off to that type of said Jabul waters, and hopefully reaching off into that said type of area for the next type of said rift entrance. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and of course, peace.